For the sake of all the people you've killed, I'm going to beat you!
Hey guys, Warrior93, and here is yet another Dragon Ball discussion, particularly in Dragon Ball Z. So, I did promise you guys that the next discussion would be about Vegeta being a good father or a bad father, since that was a request I did get by one of my friends, particularly named Lewis. And so, without wasting any more time, particularly, let's get into it. I'm using the word particularly wrong. Now I am messing it up. Whatever. So, I will pick some moments that I think are pretty big moments that I'm just messing up today. Pretty big moments that I think defines a father moment. So if you think a moment is pretty big that I missed, make sure that you put it down in the comments. And next thing to know is that this is a discussion video, so I highly recommend you to come into this with an open mind, as I am only giving my certain opinion on this. This isn't fact, it's just another opinion. So, since Vegeta and Trunks' first appearance together was in the Android Saga, as in terms of being a father, I guess we'll start with that. So, when Bulma, Yajirobe, and Baby Trunks were coming into the battlefield, Gero shoots them down and future Trunks is forced to save his mother and his past counterpart. When Trunks confronts Vegeta about this, Vegeta responds, "I have more important things to worry about than worry about that woman and her blasted child." Horrible Vegeta impression. Which shows that Vegeta does not really care for Trunks. He doesn't hate him, nor does he love him. He just doesn't care. So I'm going to have to give that one bad father point to Vegeta. The next event I want to talk about is when Vegeta and Trunks were training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber and Vegeta refused to train with Trunks. This can be a matter of perspective, as some people will say Vegeta is rejecting his son, and others would say he wanted Trunks to get stronger on his own. So I believe this event could go either way, but my perspective leans more onto Vegeta rejecting his own son, as he has done it multiple times and doesn't even want to even get to know his son. Neither in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, one, those are the only two people in there, or outside that. So again, another bad father point. The next event is one of the big ones that I see as a huge bad father point, because we see when Vegeta allows Cell to absorb number 18. Trunks tries to stop this, and Vegeta knows that Trunks is stronger than Imperfect Cell and feels threatened, I would say, that he will kill him. So he goes into a fight with Trunks, and as a result, Cell gains his perfect form. So again, that's a huge bad father point right there. So far, Vegeta is a pretty bad father. He doesn't care about his son, rejects and even fights him just so Vegeta can have a good fight. But here's where I think Vegeta turns this around. When Cell regenerates from his self-destruction and returns to the Earth to fight Gohan again, Cell kills Trunks and Trunks dies from a beam going through his chest. I'm assuming his heart though. When Vegeta looks at Trunks' dead body for a few seconds, then he goes into a rage and charges right at Cell, knowing that he has no chance of defeating him. Somewhere in those 10 days, Vegeta's got to grow a good relationship with Trunks. Although Vegeta loses in the end, I still think that deserves a good father point right there, just for even defending his son. So we're at the end of the Cell Saga, and we're going into the Majin Buu Saga, where we see Vegeta and Kid Trunks train in the Gravity Room, which is the exact opposite of his training with future Trunks in his Hyperbolic Time Chamber, as he is actually training with his son and helping him get stronger, although in a tough way, as Vegeta is always the tough one, as you all know that. But he was still there, so I think that deserves a good father point right there. Next event is something that no Dragon Ball Z fan will ever miss, and it's Vegeta when he sacrificed himself against Buu. Prior to the explosion though, Vegeta told Trunks that he never hugged him as a kid, and his toddlerhood, I just messed up my script, he told Trunks that he had to go, and Trunks said that they could fight together, so Vegeta, for his own son's well-being, knocked him out along with Goten and told Piccolo to take them out of there. Then, in Vegeta's monologue, he said, "Bulma, Trunks, I do this for you, and yes, even for you, Kakarot." Then blew himself up, which I think that should give a good father point right there. the last event I want to talk about is 10 years later after Boo's defeat and when Trunks is an adult or a teenager. And Vegeta tells him that he'll take away his allowance even if he doesn't join the tournament. Although it's kind of a small scene that it can be overlooked in ways, I do think that this confirms that in the 10 plus years that Vegeta was being a good father figure to Trunks. So another good father point right there. So in the end, I do think that Vegeta has started out a pretty terrible father, and he grew fond of his son and was a good father, which is pretty straightforward. Unlike Goku, who has a lot of mixed bags and a lot of good father moments and a lot of bad father moments. So it's kind of like it's different with them. So I hope you liked this video and share your opinions in the comments below. Make sure you support me by hitting that like button with that big bang attack, and subscribe for all news, information, and updates on Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball GT.